born 6 years ago as a bodacious, wedge-shaped, carbon fiber behemoth, the first Aventador followed in the grand tradition of Lamborghini flagships by having big VIN handling, a quick but jerky transmission, and capricious power distribution. Now comes Act 2, and the scissor-door supercar from Santiago Bolognese benefits from a sweep of much-needed performance refinements. Updated bodywork and a 3-position rear wing make the 2017 Lamborghini Aventador S up to 4 times more aerodynamically efficient and increase front downforce by 130%, Lamborghini says. The naturally aspirated 6.5-liter V12's revised variable intake and valve timing contribute 39 extra horsepower for a total of 730. Flip up the ignition's ICBM launcher-style shield, press the start button, and a heartbeat's pause separates you from the cabine droning thrum of the hulking engine. A quick stab of the throttle sends the digital tachometer on the updated TFT screen shooting clockwise. More impressive than the Aventador's higher 8,500 revolutions per minute redline is the quality of the sound emanating from its cluster of 3 exhaust pipes. A new titanium exhaust system weighs 13 pounds less than the old version and produces weirdly comforting subsonic notes that resonate in your ribs. Forward thrust is as lusty as always, with Lamborghini quoting 0 to 62 miles per hour in 2.9 seconds, so figure 060 miles per hour in a tick less than that. This is the Aventador we've been waiting for, with fewer Lambo-typical quirks. Suspension geometry is revised, with new upper and lower arms and wheel carriers added, as well as adaptive magnetorheological shocks. Turn the Aventador S at speed, and something wondrous now happens. An all-new 4-wheel steering system turns the rear wheels counterface at lower speeds for better agility and in-face around 75 miles per hour and faster for better stability. As with other manufacturers' similar systems, Lamborghini R&D boss Maurizio Reggiani says the hardware has the virtual effect of shortening the Aventador's wheelbase by up to 20 inches and lengthening it by up to 27 inches, giving the car a more manageable footprint with a sharper, more responsive front end. The lighter exhaust offsets the weight gain of the 4-wheel steering system, so the Aventador's curb weight remains unchanged. Many of the 25 turns at Spain's Circuit Ricardo Tormo are large sweepers that challenge a mid-engine supercar's balance and power distribution, and it's here where improvements to the Aventador's 7-speed automated transmission, all-wheel drive, and stability control become evident. Lift off the throttle, and the all-wheel drive system now diverts less torque to the front axle, reducing understeer. The Aventador S is even more satisfying in sport mode, which diverts up to 90% of torque to the rear wheels and helps the car change direction with smoky flare. Corsa mode's more restrained 80% rear bias makes the Lamborghini quicker and more stable through corners. The Aventador S also offers a customizable drive mode called Ego, of course. Changeable steering, suspension, and drivetrain parameters are much-needed additions. Yet traction and stability control are bundled into the drivetrain setting and cannot be set independently. Turning escape off in Corsa mode kills all nannies and leaves you mano a mano with Charles Darwin. A rocket launcher-style shield in the button-filled center console houses the Aventador's ignition switch. Still, even on a damp racetrack, the big-engine beast is best with all electronic aids switched off. There are traces of understeer and a tendency for the Titan Aventador to tussle with inertia, but the chassis improvements make the car noticeably more refined and controllable than before. All-new Pirelli P0 tires provide plenty of grip, especially at the rear where stiffer sidewalls help the rubber cope with the dynamic demands of the 21-inch wheels. Thanks to the linearity of the V12 sitting behind the seats, there are no surprises along the torque curve. No sneaky surges or pesky plateaus. When power does pour on, the Haldex all-wheel drive has a way of pulling you through a corner as though an errant Galapagos finch momentarily distracted Mr. Darwin. The rear-biased torque split can still get you into trouble, but the honesty of the right pedal and the safety net all-wheel drive provides make the car easier to control than you might expect. A young man lifts both arms as though to say, "Reverend it." We engage neutral before bombarding his ears with a crackling, popping, fossil fuel-burning symphony. carving the mountainous terrain outside of Valencia validates track observations. The Aventador S has better feedback, a seemingly smaller chassis, and less violent shift action. Though the single-clutch automated manual gearbox still lurches and bucks like before, it produces fewer undesired movements, allowing you to focus less on the car's rough spots and more on its sweet ones. The ultimate insight into the extremity of Lamborghini's latest flagship comes beyond the hilly twists and turns, where our banana yellow Bella Machina sets a shocking contrast against boxy hatchbacks and elongated wagons. A young man ahead spots us, his jaw agape and eyes in awe, and lifts both arms as though to say, "Reverend it." We tap both shift paddles to engage neutral before bombarding his ears with a crackling, popping, fossil fuel-burning symphony. We can't see his face as we round the corner and pull away, but we do see him leap into the air, exultant with joy. Although some mechanical and dynamic imperfections persist, the Lamborghini Aventador S remains one of the most charismatic cars money can buy. Long live the ego. 2017 Lamborghini Aventador S specifications on sale now. Price $421,350. Base engine 6.5 liters. Stock 48 valve V1 2730 HP at 8,400 revolutions per minute. 509 lb-ft at 5,500 revolutions per minute. Transmission 7-speed single-clutch automatic layout 2-door, 2-passenger, mid-engine, AWD coupe. PPA mileage 1,118 miles per gallon. City Estate LXWXH 188.8 by 79.9 by 44.7 and wheelbase 106.2 and weight 3,675 pounds. Estate 060 miles per hour 2.8 seconds. Estate top speed 217 miles per hour. Show more.